welcome to a fusion of learning opportunities. I'm your host, Eddie Alicea. I'm also a program coordinator at Continuing Education Wolfson Campus. Today we're going to be interviewing Kiki Sanchez, piano instructor at Wolfson Campus. Hello, Kiki, and welcome.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Now, let's talk a little bit about the piano. Now, how long have you been playing the piano?
Well, I've been playing piano for several years. Actually, my father is a musician, and that's where the whole music thing came from.
Okay, so your father is a musician. What did your father play, the piano as well?
No, trumpet player.
Okay, so that got you interested in music?
Yes.
Great, great. And what was there a specific moment in time when you said, I want to be a piano player? I mean, how did that develop?
Actually, he used to have the rehearsals, his band rehearsals at home, and I was a little kid back then, and I was so passionate about the piano, and I used to stand right next to the piano player, his piano player, and just watching him play.
Great, great, great. And in that time, you said you've been doing it for 7 years now. 7 years playing the piano?
Oh no! I've been playing the piano more than that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
16 years.
16 years playing the piano. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been teaching for 7 years. Then.
Yeah, I've been teaching for 7 years.
Got it. Got it.
Definitely.
Okay. And what exactly do you teach at Wolfson? Just the piano right now?
Oh, right now I'm doing private piano lessons.
Private piano lessons. And how do the private piano lessons work? How many hours are they? How does it all work?
It's usually 1 hour. It's a one-on-one lesson. Right now I'm teaching different piano styles from jazz to classical, even pop piano and Latino piano.
Okay, so 1 hour per week for 7 weeks or 14 weeks, right?
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about the different styles. What's different about them? How would I learn the different styles?
Mm-hmm. Okay, what happens is that each student has a different approach and goals. And for instance, I have students that they want to play a classical piano, and we work on classical, all the classical techniques. Okay. Also have students that they want to learn jazz piano, and we work on jazz improvisation and jazz theory.
Okay, great. And now, aside from the class, what else do you do on the side?
Oh, okay. I'm a full-time musician. Yeah, also producer, educator. Yeah.
Okay.
In the music industry.
All around the music industry. And you get gigs and things of that nature?
Yeah, gigs, performance. I have a few books out there, educational books and videos. Right. Productions, arrangings. Right. It's all about music.
And have you been part of a group, or are you a solo pianist? How does that?
Actually, I have my own project. It's a jazz project. It's a quartet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quartet.
Four people.
Okay.
4 musicians. Drums, bass, percussion, and piano.
Okay, great, great, great. And you do that in the Miami area?
The Miami area, and actually overseas too. Actually, I went to Alaska like 3 or 4 weeks ago and performing there with my project. That was a wonderful experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. So a little bit more about the classes. So these are one-on-one music lessons. So it would just be the student and yourself. Tell me a little bit about the techniques that you use to help students, get what they want out of these classes.
Definitely. Once again, we have students from different backgrounds and different purposes. For instance, if I have students that they want to pursue composition, they want to learn piano to compose their own pieces, and I mostly work with them on chords inversions, so they can play chords while they sing in their compositions. Okay. If I have a classical student, we work on classical pieces from Beethoven, Chopin, and other piano composers. If I have jazz students, definitely work on jazz technique, improvisation, scales, and
okay.
So.
Now, if I was a student, I'm new, and I don't know how to play piano at all, would I be able to take these classes?
Oh, definitely. Everybody's welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, beginners, intermediate, and advanced students.
Advanced, and the age ranges, anyone who can press the key, huh?
Yeah. Everybody's welcome. We're here to make your dreams come true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you said that you have students that have different levels. So you've had students at beginner, some that advanced, intermediate. What has been the obstacle with each one of those? I mean, can you expand a little bit on that?
Mostly for some of the classical students, it's the sight reading music. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of the whole process.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the main issue that I have seen.
For all the students, beginning, intermediate, or advanced?
For classical.
Oh,
mostly.
for classical. So classical, you would say, would be the most difficult type of piano to learn?
Yes, very demanding.
What is it about it that makes it difficult?
It's in classical. There's so many things involved. It's the sight reading, the technique, and what happens is that it's classical piano. Gotta practice at least 4 hours a day if you want to be a classical pianist, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you meet with the students, do you give them assignments? How do you give them a certain piece that they have to practice, or you just let them kind of?
No, the first step is to identify which is the student level, and I take it from there.
And how do you do that? How do you identify?
Just let the student
let them play
a little bit, and find out the goals, the student goals. That's the most important point. Trying to find out what is the student vision, what the student want to get for our classes.
So you've had students that come in and say, you know, I just want to do it as a hobby. Great, learn a couple of songs. Then you have students that are more advanced that say, well, I want to play in front of an audience. And so between those two students, obviously one would be more demanding than the other, or would you give them the same amount of?
No, I would treat each case differently. Definitely, if it's somebody who wants to do it for their own pleasure, just learn the piece, let's have fun, and let's enjoy the lesson. If it's somebody who wants to get in the industry or who wants to pursue music, definitely I would treat that case completely different.
And you would give them a lot of they would have to practice a lot.
Yeah, I would be very demanding.
Right, because that's what they want as well, so they have to really practice. Now, out of all the pieces or all the people that you've worked with, have you had one that's that you've seen the advance, that it just came in very basic and it just took off? I mean, I would imagine that there's different levels of learning. I mean, someone learns very quickly, others learn slowly. What have you seen?
I have seen all different kind of cases. I have seen students that on a month, the progress is just dramatic, it's just huge. And I see the opposite too. So it's
right. So
yeah, since everything, yeah.
So you have to put in the work, huh?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we spoke about the one-on-one music lessons, the percussion class, and now this production class. Now, I know some of these are in the works, but in the classes that you've been teaching in these last 7 years, what has been the biggest obstacle when you're working with a student?
Discouragement from the students. And that's what I've seen, what the main issue is. But that's, once again, that's what we're here for.
Right.
And our job is to let them know that there's always an opportunity, and that the music business is a huge business.
Right.
And that there's always an opportunity. Yeah,
right.
And to change their mindset up. Instead of being discouraged, just be encouraged, and there's always a place for somebody in this business.
I think that would be one of the biggest problems across the board with anything that you do in life, huh?
Definitely.
But definitely in the music industry, I know it's. I've heard that it's very difficult to get in. So just kind of helping them get through that obstacle. That's one of the things.
Definitely. And the main key is just to be consistent. And once again, then just believe in your dreams and just go for it.
Right.
That's the key.
So you're saying that if I just have this goal of, you know, one day performing in front of an audience, I can start taking these classes, and if I'm persistent enough and I practice enough, I could potentially get to that level.
Oh, definitely.
Great,
Definitely.
Great. Right, because you mentioned before that depending on what the students want, if it's a hobby, okay, we'll learn a hobby, and if they really want to go the distance, you could get them there as well.
Oh, definitely. That's what we're here for.
Right. Now, what advice would you give to aspiring piano players, whether they're doing it for, as a hobby or as to go professional? What advice could you give them?
Just practice, and just believe in yourself. That's the more important key. Just believe in yourself, believe in your talent. You have a talent for a purpose, so just take your business and you will go far.
Right, so practice. Wow,
Yeah.
great.
It's fascinating.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, before we go, one last thing. Is there anything that you'd like to share with any of the viewers in terms of the piano lessons or anything at all?
Oh, definitely. Once again, thank you for watching this program, first of all. Yeah. Secondly, we're here to teach and to make your dreams come true. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner, advanced, or intermediate or advanced. Once again, we're here to make your dreams come true.
Right.
We're waiting for you.
Great. Thank you, Kiki. And again, my name's Eddie Alicea, Program Coordinator at Continuing Education Wolfson Campus. You can get more information by calling us at 305-237-3120. And thank you for watching, and bye-bye.